Hello, everyone. Today we'll conduct a detailed technical analysis of the ADAP stock based on the last 3 months of data. We'll break down the analysis into the following sections: general overview and trend, price-volume relationship, moving averages, technical indicators, linear regression, next trading day opening estimate, support and resistance levels, potential intraday high and low based on ATR 14, possible scenarios, and conclusion. Additionally, I'll include a few key points to highlight. Let's dive in. General overview and trend. ADAP stock has experienced significant volatility over the past 3 months, with a clear downtrend. Starting at a closing price of .30 on May 8, 2025, the stock plummeted to a low of .0793 on August 4, before a slight recovery to .0951 on August 5, reflecting a roughly 68.3% decline. The sharp drop in late July, particularly on July 28th with a close of .1 and an intraday low of .0975, indicates heavy selling pressure. Despite the recent uptick to .951, the overall trend remains bearish, with the stock struggling to regain ground above its longer-term averages. Price-volume relationship. The price movements show a strong correlation with volume. High-volume days often coincide with significant price drops. For instance, July 28th saw a close of .1 with 130.1 million shares traded, and August 5 had a close of .0951 with a massive 430.5 million shares. This suggests strong selling pressure during declines. Conversely, lower volume accompanies consolidation periods, such as June 30th, with a close of .2397 and .56 million shares. The recent spike in volume on August 5 indicates renewed interest, possibly signaling a short-term bottom or speculative buying, but the bearish trend persists due to consistent high-volume sell-offs. Moving averages, EMA and SMA. Moving averages provide insight into the trend direction. The 5-day SMA at .0867 and EMA at .1015 suggest a slight short-term recovery, as the price of .0951 is above these levels. However, the 10-day SMA at .1608 and EMA at .1401, 20-day SMA at .2178 and EMA at .1853, and 50-day SMA at .2443 and EMA at .2340 are significantly above the current price, reinforcing the bearish trend. The 200-day SMA at .4508 and EMA at .4507 further highlight the long-term downtrend. Short-term indicators like WMA10 at .1161 and TMA10 at .0572 show the price attempting to stabilize, but COMMA10 at .1577 and TREMA10 at .1411 indicate continued downward pressure. Technical indicators. Let's group the technical indicators for clarity. Momentum indicators. RSI 14 at 29.82 is in the oversold territory, suggesting potential for a short-term bounce. Williams percent R14 at negative 91.60 and stochastic RSI K5 at 16.07 further confirm oversold conditions, indicating possible exhaustion of sellers. However, these levels also suggest caution, as oversold conditions can persist in a strong downtrend. Stochastic indicators. Stochastic K15 at 3.06 and stochastic D15 at 12.14 are extremely low, supporting the oversold signal, while stochastic K5 at 23.93 and stochastic D5 at 11.58 show a slight uptick, hinting at a potential short-term reversal. MACD. MACD at negative 0.0475, MACD signal at negative 0.0275, and MACD histogram at negative 0.0201 indicate bearish momentum, though the narrowing histogram suggests weakening downward pressure. Volatility indicators. ATR 14 at 0.0319 reflects high volatility consistent with recent price swings. Bollinger Bands show the upper band at 0.4078, middle band at 0.2178, and lower band at 0.0279, with the current price near the lower band, indicating potential for bounce or continued pressure. Trend indicators. ADX 14 at 34.50 confirms a strong downtrend. Arun up at 68.0 and Arun down at 96.0, with Arun oscillator at negative 50.0, reinforce bearish momentum, though the Arun up suggests some stabilization. Volume-based indicators. Chicken oscillator at negative 164,625,095.96 reflects heavy selling pressure, while OBV at 51,102,000 indicates cumulative buying interest despite the downtrend. MFI 14 at 51.61 is neutral, suggesting balanced money flow. Linear regression. The 14-day TSF at 0.0363 is significantly below the current price of 0.0951, indicating the price is above the short-term linear trend, potentially signaling a temporary bounce. Core 20 at 1 shows perfect alignment with the linear regression trend. DEMA 14 at 0.1012, close to the current price, supports a possible consolidation or minor recovery. Next trading day opening estimate. The last closing price was 0.0951 with an intraday high of 0.12 and a low of 0.091 on August 5. The VWAP at 0.2002 is well above the current price, suggesting sellers remain dominant. However, the oversold RSI and high volume on August 5 indicate potential speculative buying. I estimate the opening price to be in the 0.0920 to 0.0980 range. Strong volume could push it towards 0.0960, while lower volume might see a test of 0.0900. Support and resistance levels. The current price of 0.0951 is near the Bollinger lower band, 0.0279. Key resistance levels include the 10-day SMA at 0.1608 and the 20-day SMA at 0.2178, with the psychological level at 0.1000 acting as immediate resistance. The July 24 high of 0.3578 is a significant resistance to watch. Support levels include the PSAR at 0.3076, currently above the price, acting as resistance, and the lower Bollinger Band at 0.0279. The price is closer to support, suggesting potential for a bounce or further breakdown if 0.0900 fails. Intraday movement may range between 0.0900 and 0.1000 or test 0.0800 if selling persists. Potential intraday high and low based on ATR 14. ATR 14 at 0.0319 indicates the daily price range. From the current price of 0.0951, the potential intraday high is 0.0951 plus 0.0319 equals 0.1270. And the low is 0.0951 minus 0.0319 equals 0.0632. However, given the oversold indicators, the high may be capped at 0.0100 to 0.0110, and the low could find support around 0.0800 to 0.0900. Possible scenarios: short-term bounce, oversold indicators RSI, Williams %R, stochastic RSI, and high volume on August 5 suggest a potential bounce to 0.0100 to 0.0110 if buying momentum continues. Consolidation. The price may stabilize in the 0.0900 to 0.1000 range, with buyers and sellers reaching a balance supported by neutral MFI and narrowing MACD histogram. Continued downtrend. If selling pressure persists, the price could break below 0.0900, targeting 0.0700 to 0.0800, as indicated by the strong ADX and negative OBV trend. Conclusion: ADAP stock has been in a steep downtrend over the past 3 months, dropping from 0.30 to 0.0951, driven by heavy selling pressure, particularly evident in late July. Recent high volume and oversold indicators like RSI and MFI suggest a potential short-term bounce or consolidation. The price is likely to move within the 0.0900 to 0.1000 range intraday, with 0.0800 as a critical support to watch. Investors should monitor volume trends and the 0.1000 resistance closely.